specific link up, but the connection seemed a little off. And so here I am. The subject today is the subject of awareness, our ability to really hone in our lives, right? To look at our lives and to see, the things, the repetitive cycles, where we find there's no escape. We get to see that play in our lives, in our behaviors and choices that we make. The past and present no longer having to dictate our future. So when we choose to become aware, we're then free to move beyond our limits, right? And to make new choices. And making those new choices with awareness, our paths can't help but wind us more forward and help us move forward in that direction. And that awareness is just consciously evolving and shifting and changing. And then, we're able to realize that what we're doing, we observe ourselves, noticing the reactions we have, the choices we make. And sometimes what's important is that we become a detached viewer, so that our awareness is the first step to change, because we can't make that change unless we're aware that we need to be aware of the things we're doing, right? And it becomes an important aspect for us to be able to really realize that the root source behind the behaviors, where they originate from and where they came from. And so if we're able to become more aware of ourselves and our situations, then we're able to then make shifts in our lives. And that's a very important part. So many times we're in situations, but we lack the awareness. And that awareness is like the light turning on, and then we're able to shift and make changes. So what's important for us is to look at our lives and see where we need to have more awareness, where we need to shine a light on things, and where that's playing out in your life right now, especially in these turbulent, emotional, energetic times where these solar flares are coming down and impacting us and shifting us to new versions of ourselves. Just paying attention to it brings the awareness, and that awareness makes a shift. So what I'd like to do is go on a journey today to awareness and see what aspect of a light you can shine on, an aspect of a part of your life or what's going on. So if you can get comfortable in a either seated or a lying position, and finding the awareness to actually just allow the information to pass through. That's a positive thing that you can do, and see where it goes, see what information comes through. Today on my journey, as I was walking outside, I came across a rabbit. The rabbit was just sitting there on the side, on the grass. And once I got closer to it, without scaring it, it just took off. And so pay attention to the animals that cross your path on a daily basis, wherever that may be. Looking up in the sky, looking down on the ground, or what's in front. I mean, obviously, if you live in a city, you're not going to cross paths with animals that are going to be within eye contact. Obviously, you'll see squirrels, or you'll see birds in the sky, or even people walking their dogs, depending upon what type of dog it is. So it's the integral part of awareness is the beginning of opening yourself up and observing, right? When we observe without really taking action, just pausing and waiting, then we understand looking outside of ourselves without being engaged in the midst of it. So what I'd like to do today is go on a journey to awareness, and see where you can be more aware. That doesn't mean just like a specific, general thing, but maybe at a higher level of looking where your awareness goes, what you're focusing in on, and how you can shift or change. All right, so what we'll do is we'll take a deep breath in. You either can lie down or sit up and get comfortable. You can cover your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And take another deep breath in. And exhale. And take one more deep breath in. And let's go on our journey. Journey number 98 to awareness. whistling in the trees as you continue on the path. As you walk on the path up ahead, you see the opening to a cave. And you use your hands to navigate through. On the other side, you see the light. And you exit the cave. And you wind up on the other side. As you walk on the path, up ahead, you see a spirit animal coming towards you. What animal is it? He moves closer to you, and you stop in front of it. And you ask the spirit animal about the subject of awareness. And how it impacts your life. And you listen for the answers. way back on the path. Take a deep breath in. The sun shines on your face. You take a deep breath and smell the forest air. To the left, you stop in front of an oak tree. You put your hands around it, allowing the tree to absorb the positive ions and create a sense of equilibrium. You look up to the tree and thank it. Release your hands and walk out of the forest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes, shrug your shoulders. And when you're ready, come back into the room and open your eyes. Okay, the subject today, Shamanic Journey number 98 to awareness. And if we look at the subject of awareness, it's really when we're able to realize that, what we're doing. We observe ourselves, noticing our reactions, the actions and choices, as if we're a detached viewer in the whole process. And like awareness is the first step to really change, because we can't make a change unless we're aware of the things that we need to be aware of, right? And we can do this when we begin understanding what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then it doesn't become as difficult afterwards to change, because we're no longer asleep to the truth. So many people go on a journey of awareness, of understanding, to understand themselves at a deeper level. And once we start doing that, then the internal world will always mirror, vice versa. The external world will mirror what's going on within us, and we'll have reflections and see things more clearly. And as many of us know, the outer world mirrors back the portions or the sections of ourselves that we have within ourselves. So each person that comes our way makes us aware of who we are. It's important for us to take the information in and to be able to process it so that we can use it in a beneficial way. Not as a deterrent about the parts of ourselves that we don't like, but to become more aware of who we are and to expand ourselves on a more soul level, a deeper level, and expand our consciousness. So what I wanted to say is I want to thank you for joining me, the few people that are here right now, but if you watch this on the replay, you'll get the opportunity to go through the drumming session again. And if you're interested, you can subscribe to my channel and look at some of the interviews that I've done, or the upcoming interviews that'll be taking place. And join me here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The recording was a little off, so I had to replay it. So the link I put out didn't work initially. But nonetheless, I wish you a wonderful week ahead, and to bring more awareness to your lives, to be more open to the things that exist around us, and to just be a person who could understand that the external world is just mirroring back to us who we are and teaching us how to evolve and change. So hope you have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining me. Bye.